and burn.
Hey everybody. So this is just a quick video wondering if whether or not Ash and Eve die at the end of the movie Ferryman. I purposefully left discussing the end of the film out of my overall review because I wanted to do a separate video because I'm not sure how this one ends. And because I was fortunate enough to be in contact with the co-writer slash director of this movie, I asked him after I watched it, I said, so do they die at the end? And he, of course, didn't answer. He said, well, it's better that it's up to the viewer, you know? He didn't want to cement anything one way or the other. So we are kind of on our own. I think Ash picks up Eve and then they jump off the cliff together, I think, because Ash wakes up in the morning and he sees that she's written, I believe it's in a towel, it says, I love you. And he runs out because he figures maybe she's going to kill herself, and he's panicking. And he finds her standing at the end of the cliff that's on the property where the house that they're staying at is. And just as he catches up with her and he's he's screaming her name, she sort of remarks to herself how this is more difficult than she thought it was going to be. And then we have a shot of Ash holding Eve, and we're not really sure. But then the movie shows his foot moving down what's left of the cliff, and it sort of shakes a little, like it's sort of starting to give maybe. And that led me to think that they did die at the end of the movie, that Ash decided to kill himself along with killing Eve as well, because of course she was incredibly sick. And that's why that one shot of his foot sort of losing its ground, losing its balance, led me to believe that they both died at the end of the movie. Now, I really have no idea. Like I said, the director of the movie wouldn't sign off either way, so I have no idea. Personally, I think they both died at the end of the movie, and I think it's kind of a reckless way to try and kill yourself, because jumping off a cliff doesn't necessarily mean you're going to die. You could just end up crippled. And in Eve's case, that means she's crippled, and she has this degenerative disease that's going to wipe her out painfully. I don't know, man. Jumping off a cliff seems like a risky way to kill yourself. But nevertheless, I believe that Ash and Eve died at the end of the movie Ferryman. What do you guys think? Don't forget to let me know in the comments. But most importantly, never forget that you guys kick ass. I'm getting out of here. Have a good night.